But after being here a couple of days, it looks to me like London is ready. And of course, it is hard to put on games in a major metropolitan area. And what they've done that I find so impressive is they took the venues and put them right in the city.
And he tried to dismiss any controversy.
And in just a few moments, all the things politicians say will get swept away because the athletes finally take the stage. The games are about the athletes.
Romney
I also applaud the work of the organizing committee in bringing the Olympic experience right into the heart of London, to look out of the backside of 10 Downing Street and see a venue having been constructed, knowing that athletes will be carrying out their competition almost in the backyard of the Prime Minister is really quite an accomplishment on the part of those who wanted to make sure that the Olympics was not something held far off where the people could not enjoy it, but instead the Olympics would be held right in London itself. This is an indication of a community that will share in the Olympic experience, be unified and uplifted by it. And I'm delighted that we'll be able to be here. My wife and I will be able to be here at least for the very beginning of this Olympic experience. We talked about the great progress that has been made in organizing the Games. My experience as an Olympic organizer is that there are always a few very small things that end up going not quite right in the first day or so. Those get ironed out. And then when the Games themselves begin and the athletes take over, all the mistakes of the organizing committee, and I made a few, all of those are overwhelmed by the many things that the athletes carry out that capture the spirit of the Games. So I don't know of any Olympics that's ever been able to be run without any mistakes whatsoever, but they're small. And I was encouraged, for instance, to see that something that could have represented a real challenge, which was immigration and customs officers on duty, that is something which was resolved, and people are all pulling together.
How does it feel to be back at the Olympics? Because the Olympics have been such a huge part of your life. You helped turn around the Salt Lake Olympics. Are you excited to be back here now?
Oh, it's great. It's absolutely fabulous. You know, I'd never been to an Olympics before I was given the Olympic job. I mean, I'd done the same thing everybody else did. I watched the Games on TV. But to actually be here and to experience not just the athletes, but also the volunteers who are working hard and excited, and then the whole community comes together. It's fabulous. And these games, you know, great weather, enthusiasm on the part of the people here in London. I think you're going to see terrific games that'll be a long time in our memories.
You've been slightly criticised for knocking the British enthusiasm, as if you hadn't picked up on much enthusiasm. Are you feeling it now?
Well, I'm delighted to see the kind of support that has been around the torch, for instance. I watched last night on BBC an entire program about the torch being run across Great Britain, and the kind of crowds, I guess millions of people that turned out to see the torch. That's what you hope to see.